You might already have a standard USB expansion hub, but did you know that these new 8-in-1 type hubs will do quite a bit more than just work with your computer? So in this video, let's take a look at this 8-in-1 hub by Vilcome. Now, I usually had USB hubs for my computer simply because I was running out of USB ports. And then I was reached out to this company and, hey, do you want to take a look at it? I'm like, yeah, sure, but it's just a hub, right? So what we have here is an 8-in-1 hub. What you have is it's a USB Type-C connector, which is going to work with all of your laptops, most of your laptops that have a USB Type-C connector. And then you're going to have an expansion of 3 USB 3.0 ports, which you can use with any other peripherals, let's say printers, scanners, things like that. You'd also use them to plug in your USB thumb drives into them. Beyond that, though, this is where this hub goes above and beyond. So number one is you also have a couple of different card slots for memory cards. So you have an SD card slot, which is going to work with your SD, SDHC, and SDXC card slots, and then you have a TF, which is a trans flash. Beyond that, you have a PD, which is for a power display port, and then you also have a LAN port on here as well. So if you need access to the internet or you need to transfer files, you can actually plug in a gigabit internet connection on there. And then you also have an HDMI output. So you can plug this into your laptop, and then you can actually use this as an HDMI out and view your laptop on a bigger screen. So obviously, it is a hub, but more than just a simple USB expansion port. Once again, you have it as a card reader, you can use it as a gigabit Ethernet connection, and you can use it as an HDMI out. Beyond that, one of the things that you can actually use this on is if you have a newer laptop where you can actually charge and power your laptop through a USB Type-C port, well, then you can actually plug in a regular hardwired USB plug it into here, and then you can charge it as well. So if you left your power connector, you can be able to use this. Not all the laptops have it, but quite a few do, and you would actually just plug that into right here into the PD slot on here. And of course, you do get the manual, which is going to talk about all the ports and all of the uses. Now, where I was caught a little bit by surprise, and what I really appreciate about it and the way I plan on using this as a content creator, is that this does not work only with your laptops, but it'll also work with your PDAs, and it'll also work with cell phones as well. So anything with a USB Type-C port, which is pretty much going to be most Android devices, you will be able to use this hub with it. Well, what can you do? Number one is, so whenever I'm on the go, I will have SD cards from my digital cameras, and I want to have access to them. Now, obviously, you can do it on your camera. However, the screen on here is generally going to be bigger than most on your digital cameras anyway. So you'll be able to plug it in, and then you'll be able to plug in your SD cards right into this, and you'll be able to use it to view your pictures or transfer files, anything else like that. So the way we're planning on using it is, let's say I'm out in the field, I want to take a picture and I want to post it on Instagram or YouTube or whatnot. I'll be able to do it here directly through the phone without having to deal with the camera or camera connections. Number two is now you can also expand the memory storage and access USB thumb drives, because you can plug your thumb drives right into here and you'll be able to use it that way as well. So definitely much needed access and expandability for your phones. And finally, what you can actually do with it is now you can also, instead of playing something on here, let's say you're traveling or something like that and you want to stream from your device onto any type of HDMI monitor, well, you have an HDMI out plug, and you'll be able to stream directly for your phone. And most Android functions are going to be able to support it as well. So for the money, this is really an incredible value, not just as a regular USB hub, but as a device that you would actually use to expand the functionality both of your laptop and more importantly for your cell phones. So this is the 8-in-1 hub by Vilcome.